What's going on, Travis, man?
Finally, Nick Bogdan will make the team.
Oh, God. Oh, God, I need a beer already. Next, we have the man who is very much into a blitz, and he is the top dog in regards to that factor. That's Mr. Gridiron Blitz himself. What's going on, Grid?
You weak, pathetic fool.
That's for Travis and Nick Baldwin. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Derek P. Fields. You know the name and you know the game with the One Prod Podcast. Let's go tonight.
Let's get this thing crack lack a smacking, where we took all things Detroit Lions. And before we get into the content, huge shout out to Josh Jackson, Vash Starwin, the residential ISN man. He loves the content. One Pride Nation. He is a Detroit Lions YouTuber. Clayton Awesome Videos. He's a newer subscriber of mine. I appreciate you, GG, jumping in this bad boy and talking things Detroit Lions. Nomis JTV. Why do I say Nomis JTV? Because Nomis JTV is the newest member of ISN.
That's true. Sorry, Mike. Let's go. Welcome, Gnome.
Let's go, Gnome.
Everybody give a massive welcome to Nomis JTV as he joins the ISN family, where we talk all things sports endlessly. And that's what it is about, folks. And I cannot wait to see his content and him jumping on the show with us and getting to it. Travis, how was your weekend?
Man, it's been quite a ride. Been working on this video. It's a 3-part series. Tomorrow's part 3. And, in and out of doctor's appointments. But, hey, the show goes on. Let's go.
I see that Kool-Aid and Cornbread just jumped in the building. He says, what's up, hashtag ISN. Pat Bluebaugh, he says Q-Baugh. And that's the bottom line. I guess so. Frog Crop, one of the MVPs of ISN, he says, how are you guys doing? I hope good. Yes, we are doing good. I don't know where you're at, but in Holland, Michigan, folks, it is nice and sunny and beloved here in the great state of Michigan. What's going on, Dwayne Hogan? Welcome to the chat. Dat Dude Live. He says, it's been a minute. He's also a Detroit Lions YouTuber. Subscribe to his channel. Derek, also known as the Gridiron Blitz. How was your weekend?
My weekend was great, Mike. Thank you for asking. I am tired, but I'm here, and I promise some content coming really, really soon.
Well, tell people about your channel if they don't already know. Even if they're not live, maybe they'll see it.
Okay, well, my channel is the Gridiron Blitz, where we talk all things football and all things Everson Griffen. So come on, EG, come to the team. We do live streams, we do videos. The football season is coming up very soon, so you want to make sure that you are okay. Whoever just fell there. Hey, are you okay?
That was a fail fall.
What was that? And we're going to have live streams. We're going to have broadcasts. We're going to have fun, most importantly. So make sure you stick around and sub to both Infinite Sports Network and the Gridiron Blitz and these wonderful guys on the panel.
Big Will Mo just jumped in here. Yes, if you don't know, Infinite Sports Network has its own YouTube channel. We are growing fast, but we need to get to 1K as soon as possible because, folks, the faster you get to 1K, the faster you guys see content. It gets out there, and if you've not subscribed to there, you are crazy. The Dern just jumped in. He says, apologies for his migraine. Well, screw you, brain, for giving you a headache. We don't like that here. Let me know, everyone in the chat, how was your weekend? If you've not hit that like button, please hit that like button. Smash it. Punch it like the Hulk. Also, subscribe to Travis Troxel in the Gridiron Blitz for sure. If you haven't done so, we're trying to get that content out there. Travis, tell a little bit about your videos that you have dropped in the last couple days and the one that you're going to drop tomorrow.
Well, I've been doing a 3-part Pistons video talking about the offseason, the regular season recap, different moves that they've done, free agencies that to look into. And this third part is going to be on the draft prospects. And I got about 16 players I'm going to be breaking down a little bit. It's going to be a quicker breakdown on 16 players. Mm-hmm. And then right after that, I'll be breaking down it more in depth with them in an actual video dedicated to that one player. So I'm definitely going to be bringing out a lot more Pistons content. And my football people, hang on tight. I got some football videos for you guys as well. So you're going to see a lot of football, a lot of basketball, but mostly Detroit Pistons will be on my channel.
Yes, and a little bit of news before we really jump into the show. I just want to throw in there. It's about college football. Derek, before we really get into the meat of the show, let's talk about this really quick. Cancellations. What do you think about this, man?
I think it's very unfortunate, Mike and Travis. You should have the opportunity. The gentlemen on the field and who have to take the field should really have the opportunity on whether they should be able to play or not. I think it's very unfortunate for not only us as fans, but the players as well. There's a lot of people's careers that will end without them even taking the field this year. And some won't be able to up their stock. Very unfortunate that the college football season is not looking likely.
And we will get into this and more when questions start at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're moving it from 8:30 to 8 p.m. So get ready for questions. And I want to see those questions.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. And Frog Crop, he says, I'm in Holly, Mike. I am a welder and railroad, but most importantly, I'm a Honolulu super fan and Kool-Aid drinking lion. I am a Frog Crop Kool-Aid drinking fan here. Okay, you are the MVP. I absolutely appreciate you, Frog Crop. And shout out to you. Salute, no doubt about it, man. We absolutely love it. You are MVP. You are MVP. And so I truly appreciate you, Frog Crop. And Travis, before we get to the video again, what do you think about the college issue?
Well, I mean, that is a massive blow to a lot of us college fans. And, I hope that they come out with some sort of contingency plan. I know that they're talking about, playing in the spring. It's going to be difficult because that's like no rest in between.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
He gets choked up just talking about it. You okay, Travis? It's going to be all right, man. Okay.
But, I hope that they come out with something. I know it's going to, and I'll kind of help the Dern out because I know he probably wants to talk about this a little bit more, but, it's going to definitely affect the draft. How are you going to be able to grade players this year, going into the draft?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, without football, you can't really grade them on a football presence. So I definitely think that they're going to have to do something and, try to get these players, whether it's, hey, you guys got to come in and do some individual workouts, do something during, your college career or something, because without that actual game film, it is going to be difficult, so man, it's going to be hard. I hope that they do figure something out though.
TA Noble Sports just jumped in. How's it going, TA?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? Good afternoon, gentlemen.
What's up, TA?
What's going on, TA?
What's up, fellas?
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I had a great weekend.
Okay. Good
Well,
answer.
it was cool. It was cool. It was a cool weekend. It was really hot.
Really hot. What do you think about college? Really quick cancellations.
Oh man, unfortunate, man, that they're gonna cancel the college football season. Well, I don't know if everybody's pulled out yet. Only thing I know that it's the Pac-12 and Big Ten, and I don't know who else pulled out so far. But that's definitely unfortunate, man, because now, like, basically, what are you going to do? With the kids. You're talking about having football in the spring. That would mean basically you would have to have the spring football and then bring them back in the fall, and that would be a lot, and that would be very, very taxing on the body. So they need to come up with something that will be able to me, I think that they need to play. They need to let the kids decide what they want to do, because you're going to have to give them an extra year of eligibility. And I think that that's very, very important.
And folks, again, Q&A starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Get ready, but now it is time to really jump into the show. A lot of moves were made for our beloved Detroit Lions, and one of the moves that just happened on Sunday while I was live streaming is the Detroit Lions traded our young cornerback that we got from the Dallas Cowboys straight to the New England Patriots for a conditional 7th round pick in 2022. Gridiron Blitz, what do you think about this trade? Initial thoughts and go from there.
Well, my initial thoughts is like, who is this guy? But when I looked over the roster, I said, Michael Jackson. That's not the Michael Jackson I know. But I know exactly. But I remembered the time that no. So this guy, the interesting thing about this is that earlier in that day, it was reported that he was waived, but that was incorrect. Turns out the Detroit Lions had traded him. And I was looking over the roster. I don't think it's going to matter. I am ecstatic that the Detroit Lions could possibly get something out of this guy, albeit 2 years from now. But I think it was a smart move for Bob Quinn to trade him. And New England has lost a lot of players, so I'm assuming that this guy, they needed somebody real quick, somebody maybe they can plug in and play. So congratulations to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, it sounds weird saying that, but congratulations. He won't affect our team one bit.
In regards to our team, it's not in effect. What I do really like about this trade is we literally were just going to release him, and we got something for nothing. This guy wasn't making the roster. We know the cornerback room, the DB room, huge shout out to the DB room, is very, very thick. Travis Troxel, Troxel Sports Talk. What do you think about this trade initially? What jumped your brain and said, wow, okay, good or bad?
Well, according to Bob Quinn and the New England Patriots, Bob Quinn has won in 7 of 8 trades made by Bob Quinn. So, hey, I hope it can be a guy that can, help move the needle, albeit it's a 7th round draft pick, but remember, there's other guys that he has drafted late and they came out of nowhere and helped perform for us. So hopefully he's going to be another person, whoever this is in 2022. And I'm excited for it. As far as the Detroit Lions, I don't think that it's going to affect us from a roster standpoint because we do have a Jeffrey Okudah, Amani Oruwariye, a Desmond Trufant, a Mike Ford, and, so many other guys. A D version is still on our team. So, I mean, hopefully, we can get our guys ready to be prepared for week 1 because, all eyes are on the Lions going to Chicago to play them. So,
yeah, it's important that we have Divergent on the roster. It's always good to have a guy who can keep
flame. That's how I feel about him. I can't. This guy, man.
He must be doing something right still on the squad.
He's doing something right.
I don't know how he's
he's like, always on the roster.
Him and Kristen Jones, man. They just find a way to stick around.
Kristen Jones, TA and Noble Sports.
Get over here!
TA and Noble Sports. I know that you like Michael Jackson coming out as a young fella. You talked about him a lot a year ago. What do you think about the Detroit Lions shipping him out to New England and he's no longer a Detroit Lion?
Well, for number one, Michael Jackson, he didn't get a fair shake, because he didn't even get to see the field. So it really means nothing right now for us because we got depth at the corner position, and he wouldn't have cracked the rotation anyway because you have Trufant, Michael Ford, and you got Amani Oruwariye, and you got Okudah. So there's no way he probably would have been able to crack that rotation. But I thought that coming out of college that he was definitely a solid corner. He had the size, he had the speed, and things of that nature. What you look in, especially for a corner, you're looking at a corner that can be able to play man press. That's something that the Lions do. They do a lot of man on the defense, and you're looking at a guy that needs to be able to do that. But in other words, we really didn't really need him, so I can understand why the Detroit Lions decided to part ways with him because we just did not need him at this time. So giving him over to New England, that might be a great thing for him because he may get an opportunity to play over there. You just never know.
Shout out to Eric Brenner. And
shout out, Eric.
Up for jumping in the chat. I appreciate you.
Mr. Brenner, shout out.
He is a content creator as well, does Detroit Lions content and other content. Subscribe to his channel. I appreciate you, Buffed Up. He is the residential, very optimistic Lion, as you can tell, with that trash bag on his head. To me, look, I like the trade because why? We got something for nothing. Michael Jackson has an opportunity to actually make a squad. He wasn't going to make our squad, get a conditional pick. Hey, why not just continue to load up on draft picks, even if it's a conditional 7th rounder? It's better than a conditional nothing. So take it with a grain of salt, but I'm okay with that. Also, we have some other news in regards to the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions released Travis Fulgham. He was a wide receiver drafted last year in the 6th round. Not only did we release him, but the Green Bay Packers signed him, Travis Troxel. What do you think about this news that just occurred?
Well, he better have fun playing in 2 games because we know his skill set and that defense is going to get after him. And this time there's not going to be a head coach to break them apart. So enjoy those 2 games, brother.
Wow.
Very good analysis right there. Good old 10 seconds of talking.
Hey, that's a lot for Travis. That is a lot, Mike. You're asking 11 is too much. You're asking for too much, buddy.
shaking my hat here. Gridiron Blitz, what say you? Travis Fulgham released. He had potential for this roster. We've seen it. A lot of people thought about this guy could potentially been number 5 or 6 on the roster. We drafted him last year. He had more potential than Lacey. What do you think about him getting released and going to a divisional rival, the Green Bay Packers?
You know what? I'm actually happy for Travis because
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. I just would like longer answers, then we'd be all good. Travis was – see, I feel last year that Jermaine Kearse was going to beat him out, and I think by the skin of his teeth, he might have made the 5th spot or the 6th if we would have carried 6. So I'm happy for Travis. The wide receiver is just too deep here, and I actually like Tom Kennedy over him, who also was released as well. So I'm happy. Maybe this is the number 2 guy. I don't know over there because the Green Bay Packers have nobody but Devontae Adams to throw to. So I think that this could be a big deal for Travis. He can make maybe a name for himself over at Green Bay, and I'm sure Aaron Rodgers is probably happy as well.
Yes, absolutely. Don jumped in the chat. He's also known as Don Stradamus. Appreciate you jumping in. Here, folks, in 45 minutes, we're going to go to the chat for some Q&A mailbags, so make sure you have your questions ready. Hashtag ISN. TA A Noble Sports, what do you think about we releasing Travis Fulgham again? He was supposed to be a potential wide receiver who can be groomed, and now we release him, and he goes to the divisional rival, the Green Bay Packers.
Well, by the Detroit Lions cutting Fulgham, that pretty much let me know that he was one of the guys that they probably was going to end up cutting because they picked up Cephas, and I think that they're really loving what Cephas is going to bring to the team. And I think overall that's the reason why the Lions released him. But to be able to get an opportunity to play with a great quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, I got to give him his props. The dude is good. He's a good quarterback. But at the same time, he's our rival. And, man, this is going to be funny seeing Travis Fulgham because what if he develops into a very, very solid receiver? You don't really know the potential that this kid has because he didn't play too much for the Lions, but now he may get that opportunity with the Green Bay Packers to be able to put his skill set out there to the test, and hopefully, man, he'll be able to get out on the field and play and be another target for Aaron Rodgers. So I'm wishing the kid nothing but the best. I want to see him go out there and wreak havoc on other teams, but everybody except us.
I see Dwayne Hogan jumped in the chat. I appreciate you. You're becoming one of my funniest subscribers, and I appreciate the fun that you bring to the chat. Absolutely outstanding. Folks, if you've not hit that like button, please do so. It helps bring the algorithm up. I see we got 19 likes, but 31 in the chat. Let's get that bad boy going. If you think Travis Fulgham is going to make a difference, put Y for yes. If you think it doesn't mean nothing, put N for no. I want to see what you guys think. And I'm going to tell you what I think about Travis Fulgham. I'm going to get an in-depth analysis here. Does he make a difference? No. Doesn't make a whole lot of difference to me, guys. And I'm being real, folks. Yeah. I'm being real.
Wait, he didn't get an opportunity.
He did not.
I don't know, guys. I disagree. He had an opportunity last year.
Yeah.
He did. We drafted him in the 6th round. He had an opportunity. Might not have cracked the team. So I don't know, guys. I don't know.
The reason I say this, folks, is we are stacked at the wide receiver position. Completely stacked. He's not going to beat out. He's not. Cephas right now is number 5. He would have to be number 6.
Yep.
And we got some smaller guys, and Bolden, maybe they want to replace Danny Amendola next year, who's the slot. That's kind of what they may go for. They may go for a bigger guy, but watch out for the smaller guys. Fulgram was a 6th round pick. I am not hurt over a 6th round pick. Now, if he's a 1st round pick, 2nd round pick, my eyes would be going sideways. And that's bottom line hashtag facts. But Aaron, I am not worried about him going to Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be getting, if he stays on the squad, you'll probably be getting balls from Love next year because he's not going to get a whole lot of playing time. And if he does get playing time, I'm confident that Jeff Okudah, I'm confident that all the players that we got in Trufant and Coleman can stop a 6th round pick and him. So I'm not too worried about it at all. They need a lot of help over there when it comes to the wide receivers. Why not give a man a job? You know, they are the help right now. So go ahead, give a man a job. He's not going to be making our team anyways. Another piece of news, though, is a very controversial individual who's been on the Detroit Lions for many years. He's a veteran, and that is safety Tavon Wilson.
I see what you did there, Mike. I see what you did there, buddy.
Safety Tavon Wilson has signed with the Indianapolis Colts. Travis Troxel, what is your initial thoughts on this?
Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. No, I mean he's a backup, you guys. You know he did his job. Hey, I wish him nothing but the best. And you know he's gonna bring a winning formula over to the Indianapolis Colts. He came from the New England Patriots, came in, did his job for us, the Detroit Lions, and helping some of these younger guys grow and groom into starting caliber players. Like look at Tracy Walker, look at also Will Harris. I feel that Will Harris can have a bounce back year. Maybe he starts making a name for himself.
Okay.
So having Tavon Wilson go over to Indianapolis, hey, he's out of our conference, and he can help the younger guys over in Indianapolis get better.
I see frog crap. I see you. Spit it real, Mike. LOL. Gridiron Blitz. Tavon Wilson. He's been a Detroit Lion for a while. He's been a veteran presence out there helping out when we need help in that backup role. What do you think about Mr. Wilson, first name Tavon, signing with the Colts? We don't have him in the defensive back room anymore.
Man, is it me or just when I hear his name, I think of a very, very, very in-depth analysis. Just a YouTube breakdown that I just don't know if I need it. However, sorry about that.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
I'm glad that Tavon got. Excuse me, see, I'm choked up. I'm glad that Tavon got a shot. He tweeted the other day. It seems like he knew he was leaving. It just hadn't been said yet. I mean, like you said, he was a solid backup. I mean, when he was out, just solid, like barely solid. This will be his 9th year in the league. And I think it was time for us to kind of move on from Tavon.
Yeah.
We got plenty of safety depth, in my opinion, better guys than him. So congratulations to Mr. Tavon Wilson. I am always happy to see a former Detroit Lion find a home. So congratulations to him.
Tavon Wilson, TA, veteran presence, a man who is in the defensive back room helping out these young guys, grooming them. Very controversial figure for whatever reason. What do you think about Tavon Wilson is no longer going to wear the Honolulu blue and silver, but he's going to wear the Indianapolis Colts white? What do you think about that?
Man, I think that I think it's an awesome thing, man, that he's going to get the opportunity to move on and go to another team. Because, one thing that we're trying to do in Detroit, we're trying to be able to have the youth movement. And I think that he served his purpose in Detroit, being able to show leadership when he was on the Patriots, when he was winning a lot of football games, and then being able to come over and try to implement the system that Matt Patricia had with the Patriots, trying to bring that over to the Lions. And I think that he probably showed a lot of those young guys what they need to do out there as far as, getting better, knowing how to be a professional, things of that nature. Just showing key and vital leadership is what he showed when he was here in Detroit. So I think that it was best for us to move on because we have to get young studs on our team because we need
Mhm.
these young guys to propel us to the next level. So I think by him getting that opportunity to be able to get another job, I think that's great for him. And that's great for his family. And hopefully, man, he'll be able to make the best and the most of his time in Indianapolis.
And that's facts, man. I got no hate for Tavon Wilson. To me, he was in a backup role, a veteran leader with these young guys because we have a lot of young guys back there. With that said, we made a trade for Harmon. We made a trade for a reason. He is not a rookie. He is a veteran. We don't need that veteran presence. We also drafted a man named Harris, by the way, so we have people to develop. I'm happy that he has an opportunity to play for a team and contribute for that team, but it was time for our team to move on for that. We also got some news right before we went live, and I'm just going straight to the Gridiron Blitz.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, Mike.
This guy, I think, he was going to throw shoes at me. He was going to get very angry.
Absolutely.
So tell me about this.
Oh my God. Gentlemen, ladies in the chat, the NFL has released the stipulation on free agents. So as of right now, and half hour ago, if you are a NFL free agent, you can meet with your team, with any team. So so you know what time it is, baby. Bring EG here so we can get that man in the Honolulu blue. So, Mike, let's talk about
Get over here!
Talk about it. What do you
okay,
want to
so
see?
Mike, I know you want a DT, man, and I'm with you, bro. But I got to break some news to you. Mike Daniels is not available, okay? The Cincinnati Bengals picked him up. Shout out to Mike Daniels. Maybe he can earn some more money for his jacuzzi. But now that we're over Mike Daniels, Everson Griffen is on the market. I don't care nothing about Clowney. I don't care about a scheme. You talk to me about a scheme, I don't want to hear about it. I want to hear about a dog who ready to come off the leash. So, Bob Quinn, this is me to you. Everson Griffen, please come to the Detroit Lions. As of a half hour ago, the free agent stigma has been lifted. They can meet with any NFL team. So expect Everson Griffen to be signed before Pats come on in about 2 weeks.
Now, I know Travis Troxel of Troxel Sports Talk. His number one fan's Nick Bawden, but I think his number two fan is Everson Griffen. What is your take on this? Do you think the Lions are going to go ahead and try to take a grab and bringing him in at least for a physical to walk through the facility? What do you want to see, and what do you believe is going to occur?
I definitely want to see them at least kick the tires on it because, you know, he is a dog, like the Gridiron Blitz said. He's a guy that does his job. That's something that Bob Quinn absolutely loves and tries to, you know, get every guy that comes in Detroit to do your job. That's that's the place that he came from. That's their mantra is do your job. Also, you know, that's the same mantra in you know, things that the head coach preaches to his players. Do your job. It makes everybody's life easier if the player can do their job because it makes the guy next to him that much better. It makes the guy in front of him that much better. It makes the guys behind him that much better. Every player at every position makes each other better by doing their job. And if you bring in an Everson Griffen, it doesn't matter about scheme. Football is still football. The only thing that's different from one team to another, and it doesn't matter if it's a 3-4, 4-3, 3-3-5, or 1-1-6-7. I don't care.
That's a lot of players.
I think that's flag on the play. That's flag on the play right there.
Sharon Rodgers gets
Yeah, that's a flag on the play.
Sharon Rodgers gets away with it.
Yeah, he does.
But
Necessary roughness.
but I mean, you know, the bottom line is, you know, it's just verbiage. And I could teach a player, I don't care whatever scheme they come from, I could teach that same player the same verbiage that I need to get to him to do his job. Your job is, as for Everson Griffen, his job is to get the quarterback down by any means necessary. Just don't pick up the yellow flag. If you could do that, you did your job.
Okay.
You know, but if we don't go after him, I do want to see, you know, a Marcel Darius get in here because I think he can play outside and inside as well.
I like that last one. TA and Noble Sports. First off, before I get into that, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe to everyone on the panel as well as mine. Hit that like button, please. That thumbs up, smash that bad boy. Share it if you would like. It really brings the content out there, and that's what it's all about. TA Noble Sports, they lifted the restriction. Everson Griffen, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking this. Deep in my heart of hearts, I know that the defense is missing something.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been talking about it all season. The defense is missing something. And I definitely think that Everson Griffen could be that missing piece to this puzzle. You know, when you think about, when you go into the offseason, you're thinking about how to get better. And I think getting a guy like Everson Griffen makes this defense better. Last year, we could not get to the quarterback. The quarterback would tap dance in the back. He would play the piano. He would sing opera. He would do all these different things.
How can I sit there and act you're talking about opera?
And he doing all facts, man.
Hey,
he would sing an opera. He would.
Oh, crazy, man.
He had time to clip his toenails, all kind of things. But at the same time, man, deep in your heart of your hearts, if you're a Detroit Lion fan, you know that this defense is missing something, and it's missing pass rush. We've been talking about it for the last couple seasons, and I definitely think that Everson Griffen coming to the team would definitely make this team a lot better. I'm not saying that he's going to go out there and have 15 sacks. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is he brings that dog on this team that they need, and he is a missing piece. It's something on the defense that on that defensive line that they're missing, whether it be a defensive tackle or a guy on the edge. You need somebody out there to be able to set that edge, and that's Everson Griffen. He can get to the quarterback. He can put pressure on the run game. He can do a lot of things, and having a guy like him be a part of the team, I think that would be a tremendous help, especially when you know that your job is on the line. You have to go out and get players that will make a difference, and I definitely think that EG will make a difference in Detroit.
That was an answer above all answers. You definitely went in depth.
I do, man. I don't have any mics, so I just dropped the tissue.
My God.
I dropped the extra tissue, man.
Folks, I don't know what is behind him.
Y'all got mics, I got tissue. Let's go.
Something going on. In regards to free agency being opened up, that makes me happy. We can get some free agent players in here. I want individuals on the defensive line. I concur in regards to TA's thought of the idea that there's something missing on the defensive line. You win in the trenches. You win by getting to the quarterback. The quarterback's been sitting back there forever. So let's get some depth on that position. I don't even need necessarily a starter, but I need someone in there, a reliever, someone, so the quarterback does not sit there. And these players on the defensive line who are big, bad boys do not get tired. And when you see Aaron Rodgers just sitting back there for 7-8 seconds, you can't win the division that way. You can't win football games that way, period. Right. You can't win it. You can't sit there and let the quarterback sit on the toilet with his toilet paper doing nothing. That's how you lose game, folks. So when it comes to Everson Griffen, I'm not as high on it as these guys. I know they're extremely high on Everson Griffen, and they want this man in the locker room straight up, no doubt about it. Me, I'm a little bit different. I think the defensive tackle position, I want to have depth there. I think Marcel Darius would be good for our defensive line to help that out. With that said, even if it's not him, get somebody in there as a reliever, a pinch hitter to help us out. It's important.
Yeah.
You win in the trenches. And if you don't if you don't have a defensive line, you end up 3-12-1. We all know what it's like to not have a defensive line.
Got him!
Matt Patricia, adios, amigo. That means Bob Quinn, adios, amigo. You have to win. You got to get pressure. You got to have a strong D. You got to knock that quarterback down with a strong, really strong, tough D. That D's got to be smacking down.
Michael, I know about the strong D. That's how I know that Everson Griffen needs to be here. Okay? That's why I know about the strong D. Because without the strong D, you get a weak D. Okay? Right. And when you get a weak D, then then you wind up with the 31st ranked overall defense. I just got to chime in real quick, man. That dude live says Marcus Golden is off the market. He has been
Yeah.
re-signed by the Giants.
Yep.
In addition to that, shout out to Dwayne Hogan, who will get a mod as soon as I can give him one.
Yep.
One more thing.
Facts, mine too.
One more thing. I'm going to kind of close this Everson Griffen thing. Everson Griffen played 78% of the snaps for the Minnesota Vikings. I don't see Everson Griffen as a backup. I see him out there as a starter. I put Romeo and all them other guys as backup. See, y'all want to disrespect the old people. But one thing about Everson Griffen is he ain't stopped working because of COVID. He keeps working. And that's the kind of guys we need. We need somebody with the inside scoop on a Minnesota Viking team so that we can beat them and not lose to them twice like we did last year. So stop disrespecting the old people. Let's bring them in. We need an edge guy. Let's get him here. And just for the record, I take full responsibility for Everson Griffen being on the team.
Hey, facts.
All responsibility.
It's okay to have some young punks, but we need to have some OGs.
Yeah, we can't have the young
Young
punks. Give me the
punks.
usual.
That's the bottom line.
Give me the usual, Nancy.
Yeah, hey, Mike, it's enough young punks out there, man. We don't need no more.
Get ready for questions in 24 minutes. It's mailbag time. We're going to
We
go
are
to
floating
you.
along, Mike. Whoa.
We go to you for all the questions. Remember, hashtag ISN, and we will get your question answered. We will answer it. But before we get into that, we still got a little bit of time, and I want to talk about Football Outsiders, because Football Outsiders gave Detroit Lions the best chance to win the NFC North. Yes, let me repeat that. Football Outsiders gave the Detroit Lions the best chance to win the NFC North. And if you don't know, folks, the Detroit Lions have never won the NFC North. Travis Troxel, Troxel Sports Talk, what do you think about this?
Hey, let's go. It's about time they put some respect on our name. It's about time they put respect on our name. But with that being said, hey, all you got to do is have a strong defense. And, you know, if you're ranked real high now offensively, show that you're ranked real high offensively on a consistent basis. The name of the game is consistency, and also who's healthy late in the year. If you are relatively healthy late in the year and you have a powerful offense, hey, we got a shout out to Mellow Mo.
Mellow Mo.
Mellow Mo dropping dimes. I see you, Mellow. Appreciate that.
Man, will you read that, Travis Troxel?
He said,
Wait a minute. I read that. Micro
okay,
Mike.
Okay.
Excuse-moi.
All
All right, excuse me. Me. Everson Griffen makes the most sense. Bob Quinn, make it happen, please. That's from Mellow Mo. Thank you, guys.
Hey, that is
so I appreciate you dropping that $10 super chat. He's also a member of my channel. If you want to become a member, hey, the link is in the description, and we have some fun, man, because there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes you don't get to see. But yes, he wants Everson Griffen. So does everybody on here, and that's just the truth. Besides me, a little bit. It's like, But back,
Mike, it's a lot of it, bro. It's a lot of it.
A lot of it.
Keep it 100.
Keep it 100. Derek P. Fields.
Yes, sir.
Lions, by Football Outsiders, have the best shot to win the NFC North. What is your initial take on this? I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, before I give my take, do you in the chat think that the Lions will win the NFC North? Put Y for yes and N for no. Man, I think that's amazing. I really do, because a lot of times we don't get a lot of love from the outside, and it's funny that they have the outside name. Yeah, I'm excited about it, and I agree with them. If we get that one missing piece, and y'all know what that is. Last year, the offense was ranked, 11, somewhere around there. And we were leading in 15 of 16 games, somewhere around there. We were this close. Matthew Stafford goes down. Our defense is atrocious. With those two things being repaired this year, because there's literally only one worse place we can be. We can't go any further. I think that he has a legitimate case. We know the Chicago Bears have signed all replacement tight ends, so they're really not worried. We've got, Mitchell Trubisky, Nick Foles, who doesn't do anything during the regular season. Then we've got Kurt Laughable Cousins. I don't care what you say. I don't like Kirk Cousins. And we got Green Bay.
Like that?
You like that. You also like that he went home.
Hey, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, but we're talking about a rival.
Hey, we're talking
here.
about football, though.
We're talking about football, man. We ain't talking about real life. We're talking about football.
Get off my guy.
Hey, don't be mad because you live in the same area, Mike. Come on, man. So here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the Lions, in my opinion, have a great chance because if you look at the Packers, Aaron Rodgers is going to be feeling some type of way, but they don't really have a bunch of offensive weapons over there. So I feel like this would be a primo Matt Patricia's third year. This would be a primo time for the Lions. So I want to say, yeah, they do, man. But, you know, I'm a Kool-Aid drinker. We say that every year.
Woo! Woo! And he's the optimist pessimist, folks. I got that Mike Will in him. He's got it rolling. We're going to win the NFC North. He's thinking, we have a shot. And guess what? We do, because you play to win the game. And if you don't think you have a chance to win the NFC North, why are you even being a Lions fan? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? Yeah, we have no shot. Then why are you listening? And why are you paying attention to the Honolulu blue and silver? I see that dude live says yes. Brandon Kenny, he's also a member, says yes. Dwayne Hogan, yes. Dat dude live, it looks to be a yes. The Dern
says no.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Oh
yeah,
my
Dern.
God. Say what?
Hey, the Dern, I see what his superpower is, man. When he gets headaches, he's like this. He's kind of grumpy, man. So yeah, the Dern would have brought that smoke today.
You don't need no NyQuil. You don't need DayQuil. You need some MyQuil to turn that frown upside down and talk about how the Lions can go 19-0. TA, a Noble Sports Football Outsider, says the Detroit Lions have the best chance to win. I repeat, best chance to win the NFC North. What is your take on this, TA, a Noble Sports?
Well, first off, I got to say I am no Kool-Aid drinker, and I haven't been drinking the Kool-Aid today.
TA, do you ever drink the Kool-Aid, man?
I never drink.
You never drink the Kool-Aid. TA, he's too cool to drink the. He drinking and spit it out too.
For this Kool-Aid.
I got to be real about my Lions. First off, we got some things that we got to correct. First off, you got to know last year was last year. Okay, we put that away. 0-6 in the division last year. We can't, that was a sour taste in our mouth last year. This year, to go out on a limb and say that they're going to win the NFC North, it would be good as a Lion fan to say yes, but I'm going to have to say pump my brakes just a little bit because I need to see what type of team they're going to be in the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks is a great indicator to me as far as if they're going to be competitive in the NFC North, because you got the first 2 games are NFC North division foes. You got the Green Bay Packers and you have the Chicago Bears in week 1 and week 2. So right there is a great indicator on where these guys are going to be at, because you could possibly split those games, or you could go 2-0, or you could go 0-2. So I don't want to just drink the Kool-Aid yet, because last year, guys, the reality of it was we was 0-6. So to be able to go from worst to first, it can happen, but I just want to kind of pump it, slow it down just a little bit, just win a game at a time and be able to get those first 2 games on our belt. I think if we win both of those games, I think we have a strong chance to win the NFC North.
Melamo dropped a $5 super chat, and he says, also, for the love of everything, holy, pay the man, repping in my picture. He's talking about Kenny Galladay. Pay the man. Okay?
Kenny Galladay will get his money. He will get his money.
To break that news on my channel, so pay the man, Bob.
Oh my God!
Whoa,
Yes.
Mike, do you see what I see, sir?
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
There we go.
Another
Froggy.
Frog drop. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh, it looks like we might have a little chat,
We got a chat war
competition
going
up
on.
here.
Oh my God!
Oh wow!
Big bank, take little bank.
Hey,
Big check, take little check.
hey, Mike, I'll throw you a penny, bro. Can you super chat a penny? Can you do that? Is that you can't, man?
I see Melamo trying to step up on me. I got this.
Wow. Hey, Mike, you know what them super chat battles turn out, man. They turn out when you can upgrade real quick, bro.
Super chat battles, they get legit serious.
Legit, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely.
don't play
Appreciate that,
game.
fellas.
Huge shout out to Frog Crop and Melamo. Yes, pay the man no matter what, and that's what it's all about, folks. And getting this in there. When it comes to football, outsiders, my take is this, folks. We do have a shot to win the NFC North, just like anybody would suggest, just like football outsiders would suggest. Do we have the best chance to win the NFC North? Right now, I think that the Minnesota Vikings are a really tough team. I think we can win the NFC North. I think Minnesota is even better than the Green Bay Packers, in my opinion. I just think they're a tough football team because Mike Zimmer, to me, is probably the best coach right now in the whole division. And he always has that defense being very strong. And I trust him when it comes to traveling to other areas. I do think the Detroit Lions, though, do have a legit shot to win the NFC North. I think they can. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. We have many reasons why we can win the NFC North. And I'm going to start with this offense, folks. This offense is fire. It's a top 5 offense. Listen, make no mistake about it. Matthew Stafford is going to be an outstanding quarterback this year if he's on the field for 16 games. Matthew Stafford was looking like an MVP before he got injured. He has weapons. You talk about what weapons? TJ Hawkinson, the tight end. He was just the 8th overall pick. He also has Jesse James, who's a tight end who needs to get fed the ball more. We have a running game, folks, called DeAndre Swift we drafted. It calls that Travis Troxel just fell out of the chat. We also got Kerryon Johnson, Bo Scarborough, Huntley, and Ty Johnson. Those are weapons. The wide receivers, Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones Jr., Danny Amendola, Deep Ball Hall.
Max. This
offense is legit fire. And I'm talking about legit fire. And our offensive line is not too shabby. It's not like it was the worst one last year. It was ranked 11. I think the offensive line can get better with Halapoulides Vaitai manning the right side and Jonah Jackson as the right guard. This offense is going to be fire. It's going to be fire. Why can they win on defense? Well, our defense was atrocious last year, folks. And I'm talking bottom feeder defense. We had a lot of injuries that really hurt that defense, and we also had players that didn't buy in. So what did Bob Quinn and what did Matt Patricia do to change this and nullify the absolute atrocious play on the defense? Well, he got rid of Snacks Harrison, and Darius Slay shipped him out to a place where it snows, because he don't like playing in snow. That's great. So he brought in Trufant. Okay, he trades for Harmon, who, when we traded for Diggs away, the defense took a big dip. The defense got better, addition by subtraction, just in that facet. And we are healthy on the defensive line. Yes, we still need depth, but we are healthy because Deshaun Hand is back. Deshaun Hand is an integral part to this defensive line. His rookie year, he was a game changer. He was. He just needs to stay healthy. If they stay healthy, this will be an absolutely good football team. It will. We have a solid football team. The only thing that worries me about the Lions, because we were in every single game last year, folks, every single game, it's not like we're getting blown out, is can we close the games out? That is going to be key. That is going to be key. Yes, we have a hard schedule, but guess what? We played well against hard teams. We played to the competition. If they're a good team, we play to that competition. If they're not a good team, we play to that competition as well. So I'm not worried about the schedule. I am not. The Detroit Lions have a legit shot to win the NFC North and surprise all the people that did not expect them to be good, in my opinion, Gridiron Blitz.
Yes, sir. Well, I just wanted to say real quick, we got somebody new in the chat. I think his name was Mateo.
Mateo?
Yeah, something like that. I can't see. Mateo says this is really biased. Well, one, this is the Detroit Lions One Pride podcast, so we kind of sway toward our team. But we are anything but biased. We are realistic Detroit Lions fans who have suffered on 16. So
yeah, we have a chance to win the NFC North. I'm still not giving us the best chance to win the NFC North.
You did say something though, Mike, that we were in every game. That first Minnesota game was just we were never in that one, in my opinion.
Well, look, we were a very competitive team last year, even with the quarterback Matthew Stafford being out. Yes, we went 0-8, but we were competitive. We have the pieces. Can the pieces come together? That is the question. That is the question. Make no mistake. That's the question. I think the Minnesota Vikings are going to be tough. I think the Green Bay Packers, they'll be tough because they got a good defense. And it's just one of those things, Travis Troxel. What do you think about this? Do we have a legit shot? Do you think the Minnesota Vikings are our toughest competitor? Do you think the Green Bay Packers are our toughest competitor?
No, I definitely think it's the Minnesota Vikings. Due to the lack of receiver, I don't really put a threat with the Green Bay Packers, but I mean, it is Sharon Rodgers and they do pay the refs. So, I mean, anything can happen. As we know, hands to the face, that was not hands to the face. You know, Trey Flowers has never had that penalty ever in his career, and he gets 2 of them in a single game. Go figure, right? But other than that, I do have us winning the North. Obviously, I'm a homer, but I think our biggest threat is definitely the Minnesota Vikings. For one, they run the football very, very well. They've always had a very stout defense, and they play unselfish. That's always recipes to win, and that is the thing that the Detroit Lions are trying to do now is play unselfish, run the football, and play solid defense. Our head coach is a defensive mind, so we got to definitely step it up on defense. And as he told the Gridiron Blitz, it took him 3 years or 2 years to finally get his guys. So let's see what he does in year 3.
Just for the record, guys,
yeah.
Travis Troxel had us winning the Super Bowl last year. So
I did. Yeah. Now I just have us at least winning the North.
I just have us winning a first down.
I just have us winning 4 games. We just win 4. Well, you know,
I'm not gonna lie, man. I just win a first down, and that's the bottom line. Look, I know what our team is, and we have to win. TA Noble Sports, who is our biggest competitor in the NFC North for us to actually win that title? Is it Chicago Bears with Mitchell Trubisky, Nick Foles? Is it Aaron Rodgers, Love, or is it Kirk Cousins out of Holland, Michigan?
I'm going to say it's the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to go a little different.
Okay.
And the reason why I say it's the Green Bay Packers, for one, you got to know what Green Bay did last year. They did go to the NFC Championship game, so you can't disrespect that. They found a way to be able to win football games. I think they went like 13-3 last year.
Yep.
Something like that. But yeah, they found a way to win football games, man. Whether it's the refs giving them the win or they went out there and won the game. But they did make it to the they did make it to the NFC North. I mean, they made it to the NFC Championship. So I don't want to disrespect the Packers like that because I know the Vikings do have a nasty and mean defense. But I know it's just something about Aaron Rodgers, man. Every time we play against Aaron Rodgers, he finds a way to finagle his way to a win. Some kind of way he finds a way to end up beating us. So
Johnny Finagles.
Put in there if you want to see Aaron Rodgers break a bone.
Oh,
break
man,
Mike,
come on, bro.
I do.
Hey,
I don't want to see the man break no bone, Mike.
Yeah, come on, Mike.
Right here.
No,
I do.
I wish nothing upon him,
Collarbone.
man.
Yeah, you can't.
I just want to win. I
Not
just
wish
want to beat him.
evil. Yeah,
I have that mean streak.
You know what I want to do, Mike? I want to talk to Olivia Munn and find out why they broke up. That's what I would love to talk to.
Okay,
find out, man.
That's interesting fact there.
Facts.
But
Fred,
yeah,
I didn't hear your take on who do you think is the biggest competitor for the NFC North.
I think it's got to be Green Bay. It's
Okay,
got to be, man. You have Aaron Rodgers, who, he's got the refs on his side, but he's still. I hate to say this, but he's still a bad man. He's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen till Patrick Mahomes came along. What, guys? 15 years later, almost, to be able to throw on the run like Aaron Rodgers. They are the defending NFC North champions, so you got to give them, you got to put some respect on their name. All three of the other teams. All three of the other teams need to put some respect on all three of them. But I think that to be honest with you, I don't know what's going on with Minnesota, and I just don't trust Kirk Cousins. And I think that the Green Bay Packers, you got to put some respect on their name, man.
And I just want to kind of interject on that what he just said. The reason why I want to say the Green Bay Packers, for one, last year I remember we talked about the Green Bay Packers not winning it because the coach and Aaron Rodgers were having words with each other. Everybody pretty much thought that the chemistry was going to be off. But when the season started, you're like, yeah, man, this team is not going to be all that good. And then they came out and started winning football games. So you never want to down count Aaron Rodgers when you think he's out and down or you think he's down and out. He finds a way to be able to get the Green Bay Packers to the next level. So I think it's the Green Bay Packers that you want to be kind of fearful of because they are the champs.
Now I see Ian Schaefer. He says, I'd like to see some drama break out with A-Rod and LaFleur. Me as well. I love drama when it's not related to Detroit, and I really don't like the Green Bay Packers, so that is a perfect fit to me. Steve-O, what's going on? And welcome to the chat. In 5 minutes, we are going to you for the questions, and you will be running the show in 5 minutes, mailbag time, where we ask you to give us some questions, and we will attempt to answer. I see 38 in the chat. Let's get 38 thumbs up. I see that we got 30 right now. That would be duly appreciated. The biggest challenger in the NFC North against the Detroit Lions. We have the Chicago Bears, we have the Minnesota Vikings, and we got the Green Bay Packers. The biggest challenger to the Detroit Lions to get the NFC North title is the Detroit Lions. Us. Because we shoot ourselves in the foot every single game. There is something that happens. There's a turnover, interception, turnover at the 1 yard line, gets run back for a touchdown, hands to the face, sacks to the face, all sorts of stuff seems to happen with our Detroit Lions.
Soft D's and hard D's.
If you get a sack to the face, you need to retire. Because should nobody get a sack to the face?
That is the biggest challenger to our team, is our team. We see, like, it feels like we could win every game.
Right.
But we somehow shoot ourselves in the foot. If it's we should have won the Arizona game. Well, they didn't trust Matthew Stafford to get the first down. It's stuff like this.
A lot of that, though, too. I mean, you got to have a run game. Without a run game where you could kill clock, when you're up 18 points, your clock is your best friend.
Yeah,
use it.
The run game. Yep.
Yes. Also, referees, just like Doug Wagner said. Shout out to Doug Wagner.
Shout out to the referees. What?
Shout out to no referees. Do your holdout. It's always
they get no love here.
Zero love
here in Detroit. And so, from my perspective, if we want to win the NFC North, we have to do everything right. We cannot do holding penalties with Taylor Decker. We cannot do false starts all the time. We can't do defensive pass interference. These are the stuff that kills your football team. And we tend to do it a lot at the worst possible time. We get a turnover. Nope, there's a penalty. We have to knock that stuff off.
We get a first down. Nope, there's a penalty.
Penalty every time. And if you notice when it comes to Detroit Lions offense, if we get a false start or a holding penalty, the drive's over. It doesn't matter if it happens on first down, any down. The drive is over. Right. So to me, and the truth is this.
Hey, Mike, we win a game. There's a penalty. Golden Tate. Run the clock off.
Penalty. And
that was on us. That was on us, bro.
That was on us.
That's crazy.
10-second runoff.
Yes. And so my message would be to the fans is hold these people accountable. Hold Patricia Quinn accountable, because it is up to them to square your team and be disciplined. You must be disciplined. Right. This game is a game of inches, and we've seen that with Golden Tate and the Atlanta Falcons. Literally. Right. If we would have not had the penalty, if you would have had 1 inch over, win the game, we're 3-0. And that is the key for our beloved Detroit Lions. Folks, guess what? It is time for you to run the chat. This is called Mailbag segment. Mailbag, where you ask us a question, any question, do #ISN and let us know what you want to talk about. Now, you can personally ask me. You can personally ask Travis Troxel, TA Noble Sports. You can't right now ask the Gridiron Blitz because he's not there. But as soon as he gets back, you can. Or you can ask us a question, all of us together. This is your time to shine, no doubt about it. And that's the bottom line. And so we go to the first question from Anthony Manzano. He says, #ISN, despite not trusting Vegas or any of these other sources that predict the top of the divisions before the season starts, I don't believe Detroit going to win the NFC North this year realistically. Okay, I see that. And you want to know what? That's a legit question. Travis Troxel, do you see that realistically being a possibility? Detroit, because he says he doesn't see it. Do you see that being a realistic possibility?
I mean, until we do it, you can't really trust it.
Facts.
But as a fan, you always got to be a little bit optimistic to where, hey, last year was last year. It dies once, the calendar year resumes. So once free agency starts and teams are allowed to switch, or players are allowed to switch teams, it's a new year. So we got to treat it as such. It's 0-0. Even today on August the 11th of 2020, it is still 0-0. So, I mean, it's anybody's game, but you got to go out there and take each game one at a time and go out there, run the football, stop the run, and play solid defense. You could do those things, and you trust your quarterback, needs a first down. Matthew Stafford has proven time and time again he can get those first downs. You have to trust him. You have to make sure that he's upright. He cannot get sacked, or he cannot come off the field with a broken back. Those are recipes for disaster. If we have health, this team can win the North. They can win playoff games. And, who knows? We might be able to see them at least in the NFC title game, at least healthy, but if they're not, we go 3-12-1.
Yeah. I mean, if you take a starting quarterback from pretty much any team, they're going to be in some trouble. You take away Patrick Mahomes, you take away Aaron Rodgers, you take away even Kirk Cousins, you're going to have a lot of issues. You take away a very talented quarterback, it's going to be very difficult. Folks, I see that we have 115 in the chat. Can we get 115 likes? That would be absolutely amazing. It's important to hit those likes up via algorithm. Also, if you're not a subscriber to my channel or any of these folks on the panel, subscribe to their channels. The link is in the description.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
What?
Look and see. Frog Crop dropping dimes, man.
The Dern says this, and I'm going to throw this to you, TA Noble Sports. This hashtag ISN, with no college football, does this cement the top 3 quarterbacks in college top 10 pick? Interesting question.
Yeah, I think it does. Woo. Because you pretty much have on film what you need from the 3 top prospects and quarterbacks. You already know what these guys are looking like. It's just, what what year is Trevor Lawrence in? He's in his senior year.
I believe
his junior year,
yeah.
senior.
Yeah.
So you pretty much got an indication of where he's going to be. He's going to be one of the top quarterbacks taken. Justin Field is going to be one of the top. And then you got the freshman, soon to be sophomore, Trey Lance, who definitely is box office, and the guy is good. And he's going to give those 2 guys a run for their money. But I think that those are the 3 top quarterbacks that will be taken in the draft. So there you have it.
Hey, I want to butt in real quick, though.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you, man.
Here's a little shameless plug. If you haven't seen Noble Sports' Trey Lance video, definitely do so. It is fire.
I thought you were going to say something else. Mike, we got something that came up, man. Abdul Terrell says, just dropping in, a girlfriend of my mom's had a heart attack. Please pray for her. So
everyone, please pray for Abdul Terrell. That's what it's about here. Sorry to hear that. That's bad breaking news. Pray for her. Heart attack, scary. Very scary.
Very scary.
Folks, I see 155 in the chat. Thank you very much. Wow. Can you get those likes up? I see 38. Let's see. Frog Crop, he dropped a $10 super chat. He says the Lions will win the North. Sharon Rodgers gets beat down. They bring in young blood. Sharon will be a Tom Brady. So what he's trying to say is Aaron Rodgers is going to be outsea here soon in Green Bay. What do you think about that, the Gridiron Blitz? Do you think this is a possibility?
I do. I just, like I said earlier, about the North, or just the whole thing? What are you saying?
He'll be out of the NFC North. He could be going to another team maybe after this year.
Well, they owe him a bunch of money, right? Or can he get out after this year? I think it all depends on how much they owe him.
Yeah, I think he still has some years left.
I think that they drafted Love to back him up. You got to remember that Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 whole years after Brett Favre, and then Brett Favre was playing around. I'm going to retire. No, I'm not. I'm going to retire. Yeah. No, I'm not. So then you have Love. And I think what they're doing is Love is going to sit. Aaron Rodgers is going to ride out the guarantee part of this contract or the cap hit, and then Love is going to take over. So I don't think that that's going to happen just yet. It's just too much money. And as we know that the world is all about money, the mighty dollar. So I think that eventually Yeah, but Tom Brady got 6, bro. He got 6 rings, man.
Right,
So
right.
he got a long way to go. He might be a bad man, but he ain't no Tom Brady, man.
Hey, and that's facts. That's facts. Folks, do you think that Aaron Rodgers is going to stay in the NFC North? Put yes if you do, no if he doesn't. Put FAR if you don't care. And you know what that F stands for. So let us know, and we will get to it. Huge shout out to Frog Crop again for that $10 super chat. Frog Crop is on fire. Bow, bow, bow to you. Dwayne Hogan says, how does it feel to stop the... Okay, I'm going to have to move for that question.
Wait, hold on. I didn't see it, man.
Go ahead and read the question. And
Hey, well, look, it feels good.
I had no idea.
It feels good. Hey, Mike, I say what you can't, baby. It feels good.
Dr. says, Mike, Trox, and Grid, what free agent would you target now that you can call them in for a workout? I am going to tell you, I'm going to just do a name drop really quick. It's called Marcel Darius. I think we need help on the defensive line, the defensive tackle position. I think it'd be good for a rotational player. I will make Gridiron Blitz go last. Travis Troxel, what player do you want to have if we can bring in?
Well, one of my guys was Marcus Golden, but since he did re-sign with the what do you call it? The New York Giants, I am going to definitely have to say
come on, Travis, say who, man.
You know what?
Speak.
I don't want to take your thunder though, Grid.
You can't steal the brother thunder, man.
Okay, then give me EG.
Okay. TA and Noble Sports, 1 pair left or 2 on the free agent market. Who would you want for the Detroit Lions to pick up to help the squad out? Yes.
I'm going EG all day.
Okay. And why?
Yeah.
Why?
Why do I want EG? I've already talked about this earlier. You asked me to say
Mike, hey, you better check yourself, Mike. He said I told you.
Okay, Gridiron Blitz, go ahead, man.
Get over here.
Okay, let's put it like this. Y'all got to understand about your boy is 40 years old. I got chips all on my shoulders, right? I love it when people disrespect people over 30. Danny Amendola. We brought him in here to do one job. There was no bigger Danny Amendola fan than me. I am the undrafted when it comes to this YouTube game, all right? Now let's bring it to EG. EG has done nothing but perform. We saw what we did last year. I think Matt Patricia alters his scheme, does a 4-3 more than a 3-4. We bring EG off that line, still a stud, 8.5 sacks last year. He gets to the quarterback more on his own than probably, I'm not going to say he had 28 sacks, but we need a dog. And we don't have a dog on this team. Trey Flowers ain't a dog. He not a dog. Well, he might be a dog, but he ain't like a. He not like a.
I mean,
pit,
he is a dog. He just gets double and
but
triple
what
team.
kind of, he like a giant schnauzer.
I mean,
that's what he is.
I mean, but he gets double and triple team. How
He
can
does.
he be able to?
You're right. I got to put some respect on his name. So we're going to go to Everson Griffen. Everson Griffen will eat opposite Trey Flowers. I guarantee that. Trav, I'm going to steal one from you. Put that on the front page, back page, columns 1 and 2, EG to the Detroit Lions.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts. Hey,
Thank you. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
For the hopes of my friends here on the panel, I truly hope that this individual does make the team because I think they'll go crazy. Anthony Mazzano says #ISN for a friend who's been a pessimistic Lions fan for the past few seasons. He wants to know, should we trust Matt Stafford to stay healthy for a whole season? Me personally, I trust Matthew Stafford. The issue is when it comes to a back, guys, because you all know about my back issues. I've had a double neck fusion. My spine is degenerative arthritis. It is a spine of an old man. It can be healed, but as soon as you take a specific hit, you move it wrong, it can go back like it was completely bad again. So I trust him in a sense, but my fear is if he gets hit one good time, it can go back. So I think he can stay healthy for 16 games. I think they did the right approach this last season by just completely deactivating him, letting him rest for the 8 games, plus the whole offseason. I think he'd be good to go, folks. I see 200 in the chat. Let's get 200 likes up. I appreciate you.
Up.
If you think that Stafford can completely stay healthy, hit that like button. If you think he can't stay healthy, hit that like button. That'd be duly appreciated.
Hey, Mike, why don't you drop in the chat how you become a member of your channel, sir?
If you want to become a member of my channel, you go ahead and hit in the description. It says join button. Hit that join button. You can be a member of my channel. It's only $1.99. But if you don't, that's completely fine with that. No doubt about it. And that's what it's all about, folks. Travis Troxel, do you think Stafford could stay healthy for 16 games?
Absolutely. You know, the guy had, when he first came into the league, he had 2 broken shoulders. One his rookie year, then following the very next year, in his second year, he had a broken shoulder. And, you know, then he became this Iron Man. And with that, you know, it wasn't until the last 2 years he went down with a bad back. And, you know, last year he was actually playing through that bad back. And then this past season, he couldn't. And I'm glad that the Lions, like Mike said, I'm glad that, you know, the Lions saved Matthew Stafford from Matthew Stafford, because Matthew Stafford, if it was up to him, it's get off of me. I got this.
Yeah.
Of course, there's some added words I had to take out, but
of course you did. Of course you did.
And look, it's very fundamental when we talk about this team. Can Matthew Stafford stay healthy? Let's make no mistake about it. Everybody knows that this team revolves around Matthew the Stat Stafford. If he stay healthy, great. If not, click the above link. Oh my God. He says, thanks, #ISN, for all the great content. Number one, before I die, I appreciate you, Kool-Aid and Cornbread, for dropping that $5 super chat. Everyone that dropped the super chat, I can promise you it is going back into the channel. That is what it's all about, is starting a movement of Detroit Lions content. We're not representative lot in the big media. When you do this, I can get better quality product to put into the channel and give for you to have better visuals, like a green screen, have better microphone like here. And that's what it's all about. And that's what
it doesn't matter, Mike. It doesn't matter if you have a green screen. It means nothing, buddy. Nothing. Frog Crop in the building, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Frog Crop is a member, man. Congratulations.
Oh my God.
Thank you for becoming a member, Frog Crop.
Let's go.
Mike is better than Netflix, I tell you.
Hey, that is facts.
And I promise,
in his stuff.
If you want to become a member, folks, as well, I do live streams during the day. Unfortunately, I've been really busy this past week, but it will get back into it. So I appreciate that there. So let's get to this question. I'm going to throw this one to TA Noble Sports. Do you think Timmy Jernigan would be good for our Detroit Lions?
I'm not familiar with Timmy. What do you say his name is? Timmy
Jernigan.
Yep,
yeah, I'm not familiar with what team is he on. I'm not familiar with.
He played for the Eagles, I believe.
Yes, he played for the Eagles.
I think that's a sign.
Oh yeah. I don't even know who he is, so I wouldn't even.
Personally, I don't think so. I think he's a little bit over. Maybe if they wanted to do simply for a depth signing, but I think that could actually hurt by getting a younger guy. I don't think he's really worth it, in my opinion. I'd rather go younger in that case. But if we can get a higher talent, I would go there. I just don't think he's good enough talent for me to move a Penasini out or someone else that potentially could make this roster, because we only have 55 spots, and I think it's imperative to have 55 players that are 100% quality. We all know about the defensive line. We got to have that defensive line completely intact the whole time, and that's just my personal opinion.
Rod Love is in the building. What's up, Rod Love?
What's going on?
We got a question from RP99. Welcome to the chat. I see a lot of new faces. I appreciate you. If you've not hit that like button, please do so. How would you feel if the Lions drafted Justin Ross? TA, now I know you're big into draft analysis. I know you're big into new individuals coming into the league. We're going to have this is going to be a weird draft because of, looks like there's not even going to be a college season. What do you think about Justin Ross?
He's a wide receiver from Clemson, right?
I believe so, yes.
Well, I gotta look at the film on him. I gotta see what his body of work is and what I know he's a very, very talented receiver, but I think he ended up getting injured or something like that. So I just gotta see the film work and see what he can do, and I'll know whether or not that's a guy that I would target when it comes to grabbing another receiver.
When it comes to the wide receiver position, for me personally, I don't know how this draft is going to be. This is weird because it's going to be like 2 drafts in one, because you got to understand that we're going to be grading individuals from this last season. It's not going to be this season. So the scouts are really going to have to take it to the next level. And in my opinion, when it comes to the wide receiver position, when it comes to these positions, I'm going to trust more the offensive and defensive lines with such a weird offseason that this is going to be in regards to the NFL draft. Maybe I want to look to get an offensive left tackle if we can get one there earlier in the draft. I'll take more of the players that it may take a little bit time to learn more later, besides early. But since I know that offensive line is a little bit better, maybe I'll be less of a risk taker in this draft, and I'm going to go offensive line or defensive line. I think we need to go, the interior defensive tackle, defensive end. If it comes to a wide receiver, I may wait a little bit in the draft. Maybe I'll take one in the second or third round, because we may need a wide receiver next year. Don't even know where we're drafting. I have no idea. This is going to be the weirdest draft analysis, I think, in recent memory in regards to the NFL. So this is something that we got to look forward to this upcoming offseason. How do we grade the talent? Because we're grading 2 classes, basically. So that will be interesting. #ISN from Shane Kowalski 49. What is your reaction to Pat McAfee fight versus Adam Cole? Well, since that is fake, I'm going to go ahead and say I don't have a whole lot of thought into it. It's a script, in my opinion. And so my whole thought process into that is, hey, if it's entertaining, we need entertainment here for all around due to this sickness. So, hey, great for Pat McAfee, great for the WWE. If that's the route they want to go, get some entertainment. I don't follow WWE content like at all, but I know that Pat McAfee, I've seen the segment. I thought it was funny and good for making something entertaining when everyone needs entertainment.
Yeah, he just got married too, Mike. He just got married. He's smarter than that.
Yes, and he says, congratulations, Frog, when you become signing up. I appreciate you. Absolutely awesome. 270 in the chat. Wow. Appreciate
they like to
everyone
come in at the
jumping
last minute, bro. They like to come in at the last
Hey,
minute.
sometimes I'm not sure, why this happens, but I absolutely appreciate it, folks. And if you've not hit that like button, please hit that like button. Ask us questions. Here's a good one from Rod Love 313, Travis Troxel. Can Swift get a total of 900 total yards from scrimmage this year?
I am definitely going over 900, especially with Carrion. I think that they're both going to be over 1,000 yards. Whether it's all purpose or combined or just rushing. They're both thunder and lightning. They're both going to complement each other. They're both going to get the touches. And I definitely think that they're both going to hit over 1,000 yards. Can one of them hit, 1,500? That's up to, how hot the hand is. We got to feed the hot hand. I believe Micro Mike and TA been preaching that all off season since ISN's been created. You got to feed the hot hand. And, with that being said, I definitely think that DeAndre Swift can hit 900 yards, and I'm definitely taking the over on that. I'm going to go at least 1,100.
Man, when it comes to DeAndre Swift, I'm taking the expectations a little bit down here. And the reason for this is I'm not 100% trustworthy in how much we're going to run the football. I think we're going to be even keel. I do believe so. But I still want to see it in regards to Darrell Bevel. We got to be, if they're going to do one runner, do the hot hand. But we've seen so far last year that when it comes to Darrell Bevel, he will pull people out. He will mix it up. Even if one player's doing good, say Bo Scarborough, he will still pull them out for a Kerryon Johnson. So I want to see them stay consistent in regards to whoever the hot hand is. And I think, obviously, to me, you know how much I love DeAndre Swift. I will hold back a little bit in talking about what he'll get. Hopefully he can get over 900 yards. I'm still a little pessimistic, not because of the talent, but because of how we use our players. TA Noble Sports, do you think that DeAndre Swift can get over 900 yards, all-purpose yards, in 2020?
Yeah, I think he can do it. It depends on, like you said, it depends on totally how they use DeAndre Swift. Because if him and Kerryon are splitting carries, it's going to be kind of hard to be able to accumulate those type of yards. But I definitely think that DeAndre Swift can do it. It depends on who's having a hot, I guess I don't want to say hot hand, but who's having the best game, and they're study feeding him the ball. But I definitely think that Swift has the capability of eclipsing 900. Will he do it? I'm gonna say no, because it's gonna be so tough between him and Kerryon. I'm gonna say about 800, probably somewhere in there, 700 or 800, because it's gonna be tough. If Kerryon is healthy, they're gonna be using both of these guys. They're gonna be in and out, and then you may also implement Bo Scarborough into the run game too as well, especially at the goal line, things of that nature. So it's a lot of things that's going to play into him being able to eclipse 900 yards.
Anthony Mazzano has a great question. I'm going to throw this to the oldest member on the panel. He was here when Barney Rubble was born. It says, #ISN, what was the craziest thing you have ever experienced at a Detroit Lions game? For example, the stadium having a power surge in the middle of a game. What's the craziest thing that you've experienced? Gridiron Blitz.
No, that ain't me, bro. I'm about to say, I knew. I was like, I know he ain't talking to me.
Yes. You know I'm talking about you.
I guess the craziest thing I ever experienced.
Let my elder speak. Go ahead, TA. I love you, buddy.
I guess I guess what, popcorn spilling and beer spilling. I think that's about it. Hot dogs spilled on you. That's about it.
That's so crazy, bro. That's the most intense thing I've ever.
I do have something though, Mike, but you better put some respect on my name, bro.
Okay, I'll definitely
respect on it.
I'm gonna throw it. Let me do a pass to the Gridiron Blitz.
Okay.
Respect his name. What is the craziest thing you've experienced at Ford Field?
Well, actually, it was 2013. Lions are playing the Baltimore Ravens, and they have this game, man. I mean, like, it's going back and forth, intense, paid like $160 per seat. You know what I'm saying? I was with a girl. I took her out, and we had to, I had to boss up, paid the $160. So I paid a $320. You know what I mean? We got the beers. There was about another $100 or whatever it was. And we're playing the Baltimore Ravens, and I think it was Justin Tucker. I'm not sure who it was, man. I mean, and the Lions win this game, or it goes into overtime, but my man boots a long field goal as the time was running out, and I feel dejected because A, it's snowing outside, 2, $160 per ticket, 3, multiple on beer, and 4, a loss. And it was just, that was probably the craziest thing, man. How a crowd can be deflated in a second. It went from just pure ecstatic energy to nothing. So that was probably the craziest thing I've ever experienced.
The craziest thing I experienced at a game, it actually happened last year during a training period. A player right in front of me as I was in the center field walked right up, and there was just they put up like a little tent type thing, but it's only like a 3 or 4 foot tent. And the guy went to the bathroom right in that tent about 10 feet from me. And I just could not believe this guy could actually go to the bathroom when there's about 30,000 people watching him. The amount of strength that this man can release is intense, because I think stage fright on steroids would occur. No doubt about
Mike,
that.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
That was funny. Run out, go into the back. Don't go right in front of your boy, because that was insane. Travis Troxel.
I definitely got one. It is called week 4 of last season,
Travis,
against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wait, Trav, before you go, let me tell. So Travis is at this game. He calls me during halftime, during the stream, and he is having a good time, to put it lightly.
Very good,
Trav. Now it's on you. Now it's
Hey, another shameless plug. If you haven't seen that, go check out the Gridiron Blitz's live stream of that game. It is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Detroit Lions. Go tune in to the halftime. You will see your boy acting silly, but I kept my composure. I was supposed to do the game on Sunday Night Football, but your boy passed out. I was disgusted. I was tipsy as all can be, and yeah, we seen some crazy stuff. I seen the Kenny Galladay that I have on my end screens on all my videos. I seen the knee look down and they didn't call it down, and who was that? Damian Williams went out and scored the touchdown, and I mean, we seen some crazy stuff. So that game right there is definitely the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Shout out to Dwayne Hogan. He just became a member of my channel. Dwayne Hogan, I appreciate you. Man, you're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have fun. I'm considering doing the overtime show where we go overtime and talk about Detroit Lions with a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of more fun or fun.
I mean,
so you know what I'm feeling. So I appreciate you. Anthony says, please read his comment. So I'm going to get it. JT Sports, how's it going? He says, he says, how do you feel about Darius Slay taking shots at Matt Patricia? I don't care. He's salty. Let him take shots. It means nothing to me. Honestly, he needs to get over it. You're a professional. At some point, I've had places that I've left from work. I'm not salty about it. It's like, get over it. So, yeah, I can't see. It's okay. He goes, I'm a Dolphins fan. The craziest thing I've ever experienced at a Dolphins game was during the game was raining really bad. We had a huge power surge, and we had to cancel because the scoreboard and media wasn't working. That is crazy.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely, folks. That's crazy. And that happened during the Super Bowl, I believe, with the 49ers.
49ers and Baltimore Ravens.
Yes. So with that said, folks, we have been on for nearly an hour and a half, and it is time for last words because we are going to do an hour and a half show today. Let me pass this one to TA of Noble Sports. What do you got to say to the folks out there while we close the show out?
Hey, what's up, folks? Another great edition. Like we say always, guys, without you guys, we couldn't do none of this. You guys are the real MVP, and we appreciate everybody for coming into the chat, whether you gave a super chat or whether you just gave a comment. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you tune in this Thursday as well. Definitely make sure you subscribe to each and every guy on the panel on today, and also subscribe to the new YouTube channel, the Infinite Sports Network channel. And we just appreciate everybody on tonight. You are the real superstars, and without you, we're nothing. So shout out to you guys, and big up. And I like to say three things to you guys: good morning, good evening, and good night.
If you have not hit that like button, please hit that like button. It'd be duly appreciated. I see we got 240 in the chat. It's amazing, but only 44 thumbs up. And I know we're streaming on multiple platforms. We're streaming pretty much everywhere, so I can kind of idea why we're not getting some of these thumbs up, but it would be nice if we could do so. Travis Troxel Sports Talk, we're about to close this bad boy out. What do you got to say?
Well, definitely subscribe to all the members of the Infinite Sports Network. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And if you haven't gave a thumbs up to Micro Mike, definitely do so. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But I'll be hosting the One Pride podcast this Thursday. So definitely come take a look and let's have some fun. I'll be dropping some Pistons content tomorrow, and I will be dropping some football content probably either Thursday or Friday or maybe both. Not exactly sure, but there will be content Monday through Friday on my channel dropping at noon. But with that being said, you guys, love you guys. Have a nice day. Practice social distancing and stay safe. Peace out.
Adios. And the Gridiron Blitz, while we close this bad boy out, what do you got to say to the folks out there?
Man, I just got to say thank you guys so much. As TA said, honestly, we are nothing without you guys. We do this for you. We don't get paid to do this, contrary to what you might feel or might hear. You guys becoming members is a big deal to show support. It goes back into the channel, and we want to prepare y'all for what ISN is trying to do. The ISN YouTube channel is over 300 subscribers in just over 3 weeks of existence, and we appreciate that. And we want to be your go-to sports network on YouTube. We want to be able to bring you what the media does not. about your Detroit Lions as well. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. Time flew past today. I had a blast. Thank you, Mike, for doing a great job as usual. Thank you to the new members that we got today, and we will see you on Thursday. Take care, guys.
Folks, I appreciate everyone in the chat showing up. I appreciate you very much. Again, it's very humbling that everyone came out. We had a lot of people show up today. Absolutely awesome. You guys are the MVP. Shout out to the new members, plural. I appreciate you. It's extremely awesome to see that people are showing out and contributing. We don't ask that here, but we love it. Everyone who sent a super chat, much love. You guys are awesome, and I promise it will go back to the channel to give you guys quality content. With that said, folks, make sure you wash your hands so we can get back to our normal life, and adios.